And Q1 this year was one of the largest over the last X amount of years that brands invested in the creators. So there's still money going to creators. I'm not having problems.
Yeah.
You're not having problems.
Yeah.
The extended group between us, nobody's having issues.
Yeah, I think there's more opportunities than ever. I think the spaces are just a lot more saturated than ever.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are just really lazy.
Yeah. Birmingham's kind of sick. We stopped overnight to break up the trip. We just picked a hotel in the nearest city, and it's like, and the hotel's a part of this big, nice area. Like, this is a giant mall. Sucks, we're gonna be leaving before they even open up. Gotta stay strapped up. Can't even notice. If you carry, shh, quiet. If you carry, are you guys a side hip? A lot of guys do right here. Obviously, I can't be doing that because of my fanny pouch. All right, baby, you ready to go? Also, I don't think I informed anybody on the channel. I'm officially partnered with Kinetic. You guys could use code BigE for, as of right now, it's 25% off. Anytime outside of that, it's 15% off. You get a discount, I get commission, complete transparency. It's a 6-month deal to start things off. I'm pretty pumped. I've been drinking this shit myself for about a year now. I don't do energy drinks. It's ketones, highly recommend. Thank you. Have a good one. Black coffee. Always black coffee to start off the day. You're a loser if you don't. Old Rexy Poo takes that premium shit. It gets expensive. It's about a full tank. Let me know what you guys' guess is gonna be. Okay, so talking brand deals 2026. The first thing to do is build like a framework or get an understanding. Brands aren't cutting back on creator funding. That's like one of the biggest misunderstandings in the space right now. What's happening is there are some creators who were getting brand deals over the last few years because of either specific followings or because they were live streamers, and they're no longer getting deals because brands are changing who they're investing into. And then those are the idiots that are going online telling everybody that, oh my God, brands are pulling out of creator spending. They're not. I seen a stat lately where they are investing more this year than they have in the recent years. I've seen this happen a few times throughout the course of time as new things became popular, like way back in the day when YouTube was blowing up and brands were investing into YouTubers, and then streamers came along. It was like the same concept. Or like when YouTubers were just making YouTube videos and then people got way more creative and started buying better camera gear. That's how I landed my first ever brand deal when I was averaging 200 views a video on YouTube, and it was for $20,000. It's kind of the same thing now. The same shift is happening. The pandemic came around, everybody was online, all this shit spiked, TikTok, Twitch, streaming, you name it. And basically what's happened is it's mellowed out. Brands have figured out like, oh, there's no point of advertising here or there. There's no point in paying this streamer because there's no fucking conversion. Like, yeah, they get 1,000 views or 1,000 viewers in their stream, but like 10 people are buying a product. One of the best lessons I ever learned in this space was back in the day when I was with G Fuel, and I was so confused as to why G Fuel was investing so heavy into me. At the time, I maybe had 30, 40, 50,000 followers across all platforms. And I was at TwitchCon, I'll never forget this. I was at TwitchCon, and my G Fuel manager at the time, he said how appreciative they were having me and everything, and like how much I'm killing it. Oh my God. One number off from perfection. Anyways, I was at TwitchCon with G Fuel, and really I'm a small guy, right? I'm in there with some of the biggest creators in streaming at the time. This was like 2019, so it's like peak Twitch growing. You know, they're blowing up. I talked to my manager at G Fuel, and I was like, I just can't believe I'm here. Like, all these other people are so massive, they're huge. And he's like, you see that person over there? I said, yeah. He's like, that person has 1 million followers on Instagram. I'm like, okay. And he's like, you 10x'd her sales last month. You are more valuable, not even just the content that I provide to the company, but also too literally in the sales. A lot of creators are confused by this. these subscribers, these followers over the last few years. TikTok exacerbated the shit out of it. Twitch exacerbated the shit out of it. And they think the world's owed to them. And they just suck at working with brands. They're not creative and they can't convert. They have people that watch them, but the people don't trust them. Yeah, we gotta wait, baby. They're on the tee here, baby. So now that you guys know that these people are full of shit and that brands are still investing into creators in 2026, 3 things brands want. You stick to them this year, you'll do fucking great. Number 1, content they can reuse. This is where so many creators go wrong. It's this idea that a brand is basically coming to me and saying, the only way that they would want to do a deal is by giving me money to push their product on my page for conversion. Now that brands in 2026 don't constantly have to run ads, even though they do, but now that they can just post content on their pages and they can just use that content in of itself to just be an ad and convert customers to their websites, this makes it super important to be able to create content talking about products, talking about things that you're into, that brands can use to post on their own shit, which is something that I've focused on throughout the years. It's exactly why I got the brand deal that I did, that I mentioned earlier, the $20,000 for only getting 200 views a video. They weren't paying me to push those videos to my channel. They were paying me because they wanted to take the videos from my channel and use it for their content. A brand deal that I literally got this week with a top of the line brand in the tech industry. They want 3 verticals across all platforms, but the biggest thing that they're paying for is they want to take those verticals and they want to be able to utilize that footage for themselves. The second thing brands want from creators, somebody who actually understands the product. This is why we've been seeing so many brands lately start to invest into the smaller guy, especially people that have been doing UGC content for the last couple of years. So while a lot of these big guys just sat back and took the views and had horrible conversions, small guys actually went out there, invested into products, camera gear, tech, and on a small scale, they actually used the products. When a brand doesn't have to do the pitch, show the creator the campaign, and show them how to use the product, it's a win-win-win. So being somebody who actually understands the product they're promoting is going to be a huge W, which means you should probably push and pitch yourself to brands around shit that you're actually into. Like right now, my manager is reaching out to brands related to my Ram TRX, to camera gear, to EDC gear, to guns and stuff. Baby, if you walk out onto that road, so help me. This guy's a crazy ass dude. But yeah, you know, being somebody that actually knows how to use the product, you're already like 15 steps ahead of everybody else who just wants an easy bag. Number 3, be somebody easy to work with. This is something that I've actually had to work on. There's a period where I was doing so many brand deals that I thought so highly of myself that I became difficult to work with. I had all these stipulations and whatnot. And what I actually realized I had to do is I had to stop just saying yes to every brand deal, because I was making content and working with brands that I really didn't with or align with, so there was no point to actually work with them to begin with. But because of that, I just made it extremely difficult to work with. I made all these rules, all these stipulations. I thought I was more important than what I was. And this is where so many creators, especially in 2026, they need to drop that ego. I see some of you guys, like, you'll pick a $2,500 charge for an integrated video or something, or like $5,000 for a vertical, and a brand comes along that you with and their budget is $2,000, but it's like a really cool video. There's no push for you. That's you being difficult to deal with. Look, I'm all for creators getting the bag, like, know your worth, but some of you guys are just leaving easy money with dope brands around dope products just because you're fucking stubborn. The only bad thing about trying to eat healthier is, like, I'm actually very, very dialed right now. I don't want to justify the fact that we're on a road trip, like, let's eat shitty. You're supposed to let the vlog eat first, dude. You're supposed to let the vlog eat first. One thing that's really, it's been good for not even my weight loss, but our wallet as well. We started getting in the habit of, when we go places, if we do eat out, we try to share a meal. This is half a wrap and a salad. So you get a whole wrap and a salad, for one person. So typically that's like what we would do. We'd each get a wrap and a salad, and she would never eat what's left over, so I have to finish her stuff anyways. So I get less calories, we spend less money by just getting one meal together. I've seen a couple talk about this on Instagram one time, and we literally talked before, like sometimes we go to places and the proportions are so insane, there's no point in us getting an entree together. We could just split it together because they just overfeed everybody in America. So, but big tip for the guys that are like me, you're a big guy, the wife's a tiny little person, split a meal together. You'll lose weight, you'll save money. It's been a game changer.
I was old, I was young, I was sitting in the sun, I was tired of the run, I was done. Life was great, life was hard, in a way an awful card. You can't win the losing hand. But the rain stopped falling and the line on the floor was crossed, and the pain I'd been feeling washed away to return another day.
We gotta go to the big truck, and you gotta say bye to the big fish truck. Say bye, fishies. Go to Daddy's truck. Go, 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 go. It's funny, we got to that hotel last night and he first seen the fish and he was absolutely terrified. And then this morning, I showed him like it's a glass, they don't do anything, and then he became best buds. Now he's got to watch a fish video in the back of fish. Now we watch race cars, which I approved, dirt bikes, airplanes, which has actually been pretty sick, like airplane shows, and now fish. Sick. Think about this. Can you think of anything more badass right now? We're in fucking Texas. It is the 250th birthday of our independence and freedom, and we're about to start off the day at a Black Rifle Coffee.
Yeehaw, America.
I could cry. Baby, when we're in Texas, we do it big. So, Black Rifle Coffee Co. sells these giant bags of coffee, and they had buy 3 get 1 free. 5-pound bags. So we got 20 pounds of coffee while we were here. All right, we should probably get back to talking about brand deals. So I wanted to share my experience with a brand lately. I won't say the brand specifically, but well, it was actually 2 brands, but it best describes what's going on in the space. Because it's not important to make a video like this on the idea of like, hey, creators, learn to work with brands. It's important to make a video like this because brands need to grow up. So I had 2 brands approach me, ironically, like a day apart from each other. The first brand, they're a major brand in the creator space. They're huge, they're dominant. The second brand, they make really good products, but they're not popular at all. I've actually made a shit ton of videos about their products. I've invested my own money into their products because, again, they make good products. It's just their marketing and their branding is absolutely trash. So we'll call it brand A, the big guys, brand B, the little guys. They approached me at the same time. Brand B, the little guys, they say, hey, we want an integrated video, specifics. You pick one of these 2 products and you gotta pitch the pitch. And we ask, what's the budget? And they say, it's for the product, which as much as creators get bent out of shape about that, again, not all of you creators are actually that special. If you can get a $500 product for free to talk about it in your video and it's something you would genuinely use, you're kind of stubborn to turn it away. But what was unique about this situation is the 2 products the company wanted me to push, they're not something I would push. Like, I have actively, yeah, mommy's literally 2 feet away, dude. 2 feet away. I'm talking to YouTube. Thank you. Appreciate that. But yeah, so they say, yeah, these are the 2 products we want you to talk about. They're products I've openly bashed on my channel before. I don't like light panels. I like soft boxes. I'm a big fan of them. So then brand B approaches me. not only do they have a budget, they have an insane budget, which some people would say, well, yeah, of course they've got an insane budget. You said they're the top dogs. I understand that argument, but also too, in retrospect, you would think the big guys don't need to dump as much money because they have the more popular products and the more popular representation. They approached me with a great budget for just an integration. And then my manager and I asked, what do you want us to push? Is there a new product coming out? Is it one of the recent launch things? And here's the biggest change up in the space. Here's what's changing with everything. They said, what do you think will do well with this audience? What products could he actually use to make a good video that would be well with his subscribers and his community? That's everything. These brands nowadays are trying so hard to turn creators into just ads 24/7, but we are living in an era where content is becoming the ad. This is why so many brands are just creating their own content now. They're just taking content creators and hiring them and moving them to a central location to create continuous content for their channels. And it's because people are tired of the bullshit. People are clearly tired of the scripted ads. They want real, they want authentic. They want to see that I genuinely fuck with Black Rifle Coffee, and I'm willing to put them up here without a brand deal. So the fact that I could also even get a brand deal on top of it, it just makes more sense because it's natural integration. There'll be a day where I'll work with a nicotine pouch brand or like a Liquid Death, or I just got the Kinetic partnership. My community was excited about this because I've genuinely talked about them before. I've genuinely talked about the product. That authenticity is super important. And the brands that are trying to fake the authenticity, just pay somebody to appear authentic, it's not gonna work. It's fake shit. All right, back on the road. Did you see the packs that I got?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Dude, you got
Were
actually.
they a special pack? Oh, they were way bigger than I thought.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm coming, kiddo.
They had a
I
deal.
thought they were
though.
just like a little.
Buy 3, get 1 free. I was like, well, 20 pounds of coffee will go a long way. Might as well.
What up, vlog? What up, vlog? Welcome to Texas.
That's a lot. I see why you were so like, it's clearly green. That's way greener in person. I'm doing a video on brand deals.
Oh,
And like
this
how,
video?
yeah, and like how everybody, there's been so many trending posts on X. Oh, brand deals are drying up, brand deals, nobody's investing. Q1 this year, like I did basic fucking research.
Yeah.
It's been one of the largest investment in the creators.
Well, if you want my opinion, I think there's a lot of money to be made out there, and I think a lot of people use it as an excuse when their stuff's dry, which I get. We all go through phases, and you have some hot moments, some slower moments, but no, there's
Like
still a lot to be made out there. Saying this video is about branding? No.
Yeah, so it's not like, instead of like the traditional of like how to get brand deals, it's like I keep hearing people say, there you go, you good? You got the,
Yeah, no, you're good.
make sure this
I can see where I was.
yeah, I can get some spray in this too if you want.
That'd be good.
We've been seeing so many of the X posts
Yeah.
trending of like streamers specifically. So like granted, a lot of brands are moving away from streaming, which I've explained in that.
Okay.
And Q1 this year was one of the largest over the last X amount of years that brands invested in the creators. So there's still money going to creators. And like, I'm not having problems.
Yeah.
You're not having problems.
Yeah.
Rob's getting opportunities. We're talking to so many other people. Like the extended group between us, nobody's having issues.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing like a big denominator of kind of like the style. A lot of us we're creatives as well. We came from graphic design, we came from photography and videography, and we have more personal brands. But the section to end off, I want to do what creators get wrong.
So like, what do you think creators are doing wrong to set themselves up with brand deals?
Currently in 2026.
Well, maybe it's not wrong, but I think the right thing to do, which I guess kind of says that too, is I think especially this day and age, brand deal stuff has to make sense in your world and be very authentic to what you do or what you talk about or what you would use. Because I think a lot of people might see someone else do certain brand deals or want to do these certain things, but then they have no personal tie to it at all. Or like, let's say, I don't know, someone wanted to do an electric car deal brand, but they've never used an electric car or never would do that or anything. Or if I decided, oh, why am I not getting a brand deal for, I don't know, kitchen products for cooking videos, but I've never done a cooking video in my life. So I feel like the best thing that I always try to do is you gotta set up your own content and profiles and social media pages. If there's brands you want to work with, you need to make it look like it makes sense for their product to live within your world. Be authentic to you.
You almost have to take the risk up front.
Right.
Like, you almost have to invest into the product first.
Right.
Like, dude, how many videos did you make with Apple before you started getting invited to Apple?
Yeah, a million. Same thing with Sony. I never got to do anything with Sony until I made a lot of videos around Sony. And I mean, a big thing for me is I was working a 9 to 5, and it was helping me pay or helping me buy things and products to make these videos around that someday I hoped to be able to like have these opportunities and stuff. And obviously you do a lot of those that nothing might happen from it, but then some of those things start to happen, you know, or they see you use these products already or whatever, you know. So like if I wanted to do something with Fuji, but I've never used a Fuji camera in my life, or maybe I don't even use cameras at all, it doesn't mean there's a 0% chance. But if it already kind of makes sense in your world already, or they see you're interested in that product, if they're picking between two people or the 100 people that they're looking at, and you love Fuji and talk about it, and people, and they know your audience has already bought into that, that's more valuable to them. So I guess to say like what's people do wrong is I think they want certain things that don't make sense with even in their world already, and they expect that to just like land on their lap without even making it make sense.
They want just to broaden their horizons and want anything they can get before they can actually make like a real.
For me, right, like I'm personally really into running, and for a long time that wasn't even a thing anywhere within my content at all. And so I've kind of sprinkled it in a little bit, you know, and here or there. And then my first thing with Apple ended up being a random event that they were trying new. And it was just running related, you know?
That was
and
crazy.
The only reason that happened to me is because I tried this one reel because I decided to run a 5K, and I used my AirPods and I turned it into a review. It was just total spur of the moment.
Oh, yeah.
And that one thing that I trickled into my content ended up being the opportunity I really wanted to happen. So, you know,
that's crazy.
I made it make sense in my world, and then it kind of like led to something, you know?
That strongly relates to the one where I think people like, a lot of creators nowadays that already have a brand, they're stuck in this like, I constantly have to be charging too much.
Yeah.
Like, dude, there's brands that'll come along and typically we have the set budget, but like I'll do 25% of the budget if it makes sense. If it's a genuine product I fuck with. That, and it's like, even in itself, a lot of creators nowadays, off the rip, ego, like it relates with it, but ego, they think they're higher up than what they should be. They think they should have the self-respect and to have the value right away. And it's like people don't do affiliates anymore at all. I'm like, dude, like it's like a balance. Like I do affiliates all the time on anything that I with. Why would I not make money off suggesting something that,
or I mean,
that I
even
enjoy?
like me, which I'm by no means a large creator, but I can make decent money from it. You know, I'll still do gifted campaigns if it makes sense for something, or if it's something that I was already going to buy for myself or was going to buy it to review it. Like, why would I not? You know, but like, am I going to do that for everything? Like, obviously not as well. You know, so it's balancing it for sure. But yeah, I think a lot of people expect these crazy things when that isn't always the reality.
That's funny that you said that, because that was the cat I want to just point it out and prove it. The first thing was charging more than what they're worth, and I think that actually that is a mindset that opens up into both categories of what I said.
Well, and you have to prove your worth too. You know, and so even like one of my friends, I mean, I don't think you'd mind if I say it, but Kiko, right? Like Kiko's like kind of more starting out doing the whole journey, right? And he's like, I think he recently has done a couple smaller brand deals he just started. And you know, he was asking for my advice, and it's like, you just kind of like got to get the ball rolling on stuff. Like, you know, like accept some stuff like,
dude,
this dope new office chair so you can make a video out of it. Because then guess what? That works as the same way as a freelancer with their portfolio. You show these brands your portfolio of other deals or videos you've done before, and then they're like, oh, like you can make dope stuff too.
Or you make sure any product that you buy yourself, because you fuck with, you need to be putting in that work in itself. Yeah.
Like if I decide to be, I don't know, if I wanted to get a road bike tomorrow, they'd be like, that doesn't even make sense in your world. But like, if that was a real big goal for mine, then I need to start figuring out like, okay, like how does that make sense that a brand could see my stuff and they'd be, oh, like let's work with him, you know?
Because essentially nowadays, I think that's what actually brands want. It's like, how did that guy get so creative that he took this niche, but like really the thing that he's in, and he put a little pillar out there, and like his audience was like, wow, I f with this thing that he's doing now because he showed it out there.
Because a brand is going to pick someone with 10,000 followers with a crazy strong running community for a treadmill deal over someone that has 1 million followers that has no concept of, is their community even care what he does, or is he even into that, you know?
That's point thinking views alone will get you the brand deals.
Yeah, no. Views definitely are not the only reason, and definitely not only followers. I know someone, I won't name who it is, that's a similar level to me socially, you know, like probably less than 500,000 across all, and they're going to cross, I think, $1 million this year.
That's
in
insane.
brand deals.
That's insane.
And so it's just like, there's money to be made. There's money to be made. You just got to figure out your angle for it.
And then I think everything connects. Making ads nobody wants to watch. It goes back to the main point, and then expecting brands to carry the creative. I think that's the big shift. If there's a shift, I think too many creators expect to just have an audience, sit back, a brand comes along, Loud Cultures comes along and says, BigE, we like that you have an audience. Do this video, here's the creative stuff. And nowadays, that's not what's happening. Brands are coming to guys like us who have the cameras, who have been creative with multiple things. All the flops, everything we've tried, to them it doesn't matter because it's just creative. Like they did a good job narrating, they did a good job creating, and that's what they want now.
And I think also like sometimes people will see, again, like, you know, we all have people we look up to, or, you know, see these other people doing things that you might want to do. But like, if you just start doing the same as I think they are, you got to realize like brands are already going to go to the person that's doing that, you know? And so like, you got to, like any niche, any like thing, like you got to figure out a way to make it different in your own, at least to some degree, because like otherwise there's no way you're going to stand out. So brands are never going to find you compared to the other 20 people doing the same exact style of video, you know? And so like, you got to figure out a way to like at least make it you somewhat. And then that's like a great way to like do it different, you know?
And it's dope because like, when you start doing more shit with your friends, like even just this weekend, like the photos that you were taking, like I try to help you out as much as I can with like Lab Culture stuff. Or if you had an integration this weekend, I'd help take those shots. I just signed with Kinetic. You went out of your way this weekend and we were like, I got to get shots of of Kinetic stuff to help him out as well.
Yeah, it all comes back to, I think, for me, just being really authentic within your stuff, you know, because then it just makes sense for your community. It makes sense for brand deal stuff. It makes sense for, your friends being around, whatever. But it's just like, for you, like, I know you've been talking about Kinetic for a long time. And like, I think I drank one a year ago at your house, you know? And so like, now you're working with them. Like, I know that means something to you. So it's like,
I don't want to work with them.
Well, and like also your community, like, knows you drank that already. You know, it's the same thing with me. Like, people still think I'm connected with Ghost, even though we have no tie for almost
I guess
2
that's
years
a great
now.
point,
You know,
but you still fuck with the brand and the mission and everything.
Well, and so it's just because it's part of who I am. I think it's just being you, and
it's just more fun, dude.
Well,
I think, like, we talk about it all the time, but if more of you guys would just stop taking the online guru advice and you would just take the shit you like and you think is cool. It doesn't matter if you're into knitting, cornhole, shooting guns. Like, it doesn't matter. There's thousands, there's millions of other people out there that with it, and there's brands that sell products. There's opportunity.
I think there's more opportunities than ever. I think the spaces are just a lot more saturated than ever, and a lot of people are just really lazy.
That's.
I think that's a lot of what it is.
I'm gonna cut it right there. That's good.